So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you a special World Cup themed video, because today we're going to be predicting what happens in the World Cup final with the use of FIFA 18. Obviously it's France versus Croatia. France who beat Belgium, was it 1-0 in the semi-finals, or am I being wrong here? Yeah, it was 1-0, and then Croatia obviously who broke English hearts and confirmed the football wasn't coming home by beating us in the semi-finals. It's going to be split into two parts, is this video. First of all, we're going to watch France and Croatia play out a football match and see what happens on the game visually with both sides' strongest lineups. And then we're going to dip over into World Cup mode and sim 100 times. I won't show everyone, obviously, because that would take up about 12 years of the video, but we'll sim it 100 times. I'll go over the results, see how many times France won, how many times Croatia won, and how many times it ended up as a draw. If you go on to enjoy the video, then of course slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But first of all, we can take a little look at the two sides, and it is basically going to be the two sides that played in the semi-finals for each nation. Obviously for France, Hugo Lloris in goal with Benjamin Pavard, Raphael Varane, Samuel Umtiti and Lucas Hernandez in defence. Blaise Matuidi, N'Golo Kante and Paul Pogba as midfielders. Kylian Mbappe, who of course has lit up the tournament, alongside Olivier Giroud and Antoine Griezmann up top. And then a bench of the likes of Nzonzi, Fekir, Tolisso, Dembele, Mondonda, Mendy and Presnel Kimpembe as well. Over on the right hand side here there is the Croatian side. You can see Daniel Subasic in goal with Strinic, Vida, Lovren and Vasalko on the right hand side of defence. Midfield is obviously star-studded: Ivan Rakitic, Marcelo Brozovic and Luka Modric. And then a front three of Ivan Perisic, Mario Mandzukic and Ante Rebic. On the bench for them is Kramaric, Kovacic, Badeli, or Badel, yes, Badel, isn't it? Chorluka, Kalinic, Kaletakar, and Tin Jedvaj. Now that we're going to jump into the game and see what happens when we play out this one, obviously in terms of star rating, France are better, but you never know on FIFA, sometimes these things don't necessarily mean all that much. So let's take a look at the game and then we'll do the simming after. So here we are, France v Croatia on FIFA 18, and this is going to be the prediction as to what happens in the World Cup final of Russia 2018. The scene is set for France. You would have thought realistically they're going to be the favourites, but I'm really interested to see what happens here. Now it's time to see what the AI can do. Quick 1-2 and France are in already, and Kylian Mbappe has missed a target inside a minute and a half. Brilliant passing play between Griezmann and Giroud, and Mbappe's put it over. So it's taken France a solid 90 seconds to get in behind and create a huge chance in this game. Matuidi's played that down the line for Griezmann. This is now back to Giroud, and it's over the bar. A decent effort. He's sliced it a bit though, realistically. Subasic would have probably, he would like to think that he would have saved that at his near post. Croatia now coming forward for the first time in this one. 5 minutes in, they've suffered a couple of scares, and now we've got Mandzukic down the right hand side, back heel into Rakitic, ball into Modric, and what a save from Hugo Lloris. That is the best chance of the game by far. It's not a great finish, to be honest with you, but Hugo Lloris has made himself big. He saved it down low. Modric has lost that in a poor position, but Vida's done well. This is Griezmann now. He's got men over on the right-hand side. It's back to Griezmann, but it's heading well over the bar from Antoine Griezmann. France have definitely had the chances to score in this game now, but once again, it's another shot sliced wide. 12 minutes gone. 3 chances for France, 1 for Croatia, really, but both sides being pretty wasteful, to be honest with you, in front of goal so far. Maybe it's the World Cup final nerves setting in for both teams, but there really should have been a goal in this game by now. We're 20 minutes in almost, and both sides have had unbelievable chances to break the deadlock. Mbappe back to Matuidi. That's a great ball to find Luka Hernandez. Cut back for Kylian Mbappe inside of the post, and somehow France still haven't scored in this game. Well, if they are going to be this wasteful in real life, they're going to need to create a lot of chances, to be honest with you. That's 4 big chances now for France. Griezmann's won that off Vasalko in a very dangerous position. Reverse ball into Olivier Giroud, and that is an absolutely awful finish from Olivier Giroud. The chances just keep going a-begging. Surely at some point France have got to break Croatia down, especially if the game carries on like this. Eventually they've got to. Matuidi, Griezmann, back to Griezmann again. That's through now for Kylian Mbappe, and it's 1-0 this time. Finally, France get themselves on the score sheet, and it's the wonder kid himself, Kylian Mbappe, who has lit up the World Cup. has given France the lead. And so far, FIFA 18 is at least predicting one of the goal scorers. It's been coming. It's definitely been on the cards. France have been so much better than Croatia in this football match. Griezmann there into Giroud, back to Griezmann again, really nice through ball, and then the first time finish right into the top corner from Kylian Mbappe. That's actually a really, really good finish, and it is 1-0. And of all the chances, actually, I mean, it's a good chance. Obviously, it's a clear-cut opportunity, but to take it first time was probably more difficult than some of the chances Mbappe's missed in this game so far. Well, Croatia obviously found themselves behind in the semis, and then managed to pull out a very good performance in the second half. They're going to need something very similar to get on level terms with France here, because at the moment they're getting peppered. 4 minutes of injury time is pretty excessive for one half of football, so we might have one more chance at the end of this one. Oh, good run being made here by Perisic. It's been found by Strinic. Perisic now cuts back. That's the Croatian left back now into Modric, and he's been brought down, and that is a penalty right at the end of the first half. Rafael Varane, what are you doing, my G? What? He was going nowhere. He's facing away from goal, man. Sort your life out, Rafael. Well, it's a late chance now for Croatia, realistically against the run of play, to get an equaliser from the penalty spot with just 3 seconds of the half to go. It's Luka Modric v Hugo Lloris, and Luka Modric comes out on top. It's 1-1 in the World Cup final between France and Croatia. And Luka Modric has got himself on the score sheet. So there's your first half done with. It's 1-1 at the break. And Croatia now, having got that goal right at the end of the first half, might find themselves with a little bit of momentum. France with some very slow build-up play at the moment, whereas Croatia seem a little bit more direct with their football. This is Rebic down the right-hand side. Croatia look the better team at the moment. Really no clear-cut chances at all in this second half. And we've been playing for almost 20 minutes now. Modric fired nicely into Mandzukic. Great run here from Ivan Rakitic. And that should have been 2-1 Croatia. It absolutely should have been 2-1 Croatia. Great on-rushing run from midfield from Ivan Rakitic, and that should have been a goal. That absolutely should have been a goal. Another change. Rakitic's miss is his final action as Milan Badel comes on to replace him. Croatia going to try and play this one out from the back very calmly, and they have done, to be fair. Although Modric then loses it in a dangerous position. Griezmann into Giroud. This is now Mbappe. Kante's running alongside him. It's N'Golo Kante! And N'Golo Kante, of all people, grabs the second goal for France. They're back in the lead again with just 17 minutes of the game to go. And Ivan Rakitic's miss for Croatia just about 5 minutes ago seems very costly now. And it's their first goal scorer who gave the ball away in such a dangerous position to allow that attack to happen. And N'Golo Kante, he doesn't find himself in this position very often, but he's calm under pressure and blasts it past Daniel Subasic. It's 2-1 to France. They're back in the lead. Croatia have got to fight from behind once again. It's time to just throw everything at it, boys. Throw the flipping kitchen sink at it. Every home appliance you have. Tensions flaring then with a couple of minutes only to go. Croatia can't really be affording to do this. They've not got much time to waste. That looks as if it's going to be it then. As far as Croatia are concerned, France just need to keep hold of the ball. And that is exactly what they've done. France have won here 2-1 against Croatia. And that is what FIFA 18 predicts for the World Cup final in terms of the played games. Is for it to end 2-1 to France. It's a result you probably could have seen coming. France are definitely the favourites going into it. So that is obviously the played part of this experiment, but as I mentioned at the start of the video, I also decided to do a simulated version of this as well by simming 100 games of Croatia versus France and seeing what the results would be, who would win the most games, etc. France won 58 of the 100 games, so 58% as a win percentage, so already getting the majority. Croatia, however, were far less successful, winning only 19 of the 100 games, and then the draw was, that result happened 23 times, so 23% of the time. So overall, France were 3 times more likely to beat Croatia. And obviously they won the played version of this experiment 2-1 as well. And speaking of 2-1 to France, that was the most common result out of the experiments in the Sims. That happened 21 times, did the 2-1 victory to France. So literally like 1 in 5 results were 2-1 to France, and the biggest win was 4-0 to France. That happened twice, as well. So the sim definitely favouring France, and the played version of this experiment favouring France as well. Overall, FIFA 18 is definitely predicting that the game is going to end 2-1 to France, but I want to know what you guys think the World Cup final result is going to be. Drop it down in the comments section below. Who's going to win, France or Croatia, and what result do you think it's going to be? If you want to tell me the goal scorers are going to be, if you're feeling really confident about things, then let me know that down in the comments section as well. But apart from that, if you've enjoyed the video, slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's that big red button under the video and it really helps me out. You can also follow me on social media these days as well. My Twitter handle and Insta are @theofficialfng, and links are down below. But it's been an absolute pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.